Hello and welcome to Children's Praise. Here is a little joke for you. When was medicine first mentioned in the Bible? When God gave Moses 2 tablets. I love that joke, it's brilliant. Anyway, today we are going to be looking at our next fruit of the Spirit, peace. And to learn more about it, we will look at a Bible story, a craft, a prayer, and then we will have a final thought. So grab yourself a drink and a biscuit and let's do this. There are lots of places in the Bible that talk about peace or use the image of peace. But we are going to look at the story of probably a character you've probably not heard of. And this lady is called Abigail. And she's a peacemaker. And she is found in 1 Samuel chapter 25 verses 2 to 35. Now the books of Samuel are full of action and drama. And Israel went through a huge change. Now our story is set when a king called Saul is chasing a guy called David who he wanted to kill. So let's listen to the story. A long time ago, there was a lady called Abigail, and she was married to a rich but very stingy type man called Nabel. Now Nabel was out in his field shearing sheep, and David was nearby running away from a guy called King Saul who wanted to hurt him. Now while David was in the wilderness, he heard that Nabel was shearing his sheep. So he sent 10 young men and said to them, "Go up to Nabel at Carmel and greet him in my name. Say to him, long life to you, good health to you and your household, and good health to all that is yours. Please give your servants and your son David whatever you can find for them." Now Nabal replied, saying, "Why should I give my food to a nobody like David? Go away, or I'll run you off my land." So the 10 men ran away from Nabal. When they arrived back to David, they reported every word. Now David said to his men, "Each of you strap on your sword." So they did, and David strapped his on as well. About 400 men went up with David, while 200 stayed with the supplies. Now Nabal's wife Abigail found out and was really upset that her husband had treated David like that and knew that David would be on his way with an army. Abigail acted quickly. She took all the supplies needed and loaded them on donkeys. Then she told her servants, "Go on ahead of me and I'll follow you." But she did not tell her husband Nabal. When she met David and his army, she handed over the supplies and said, "Please forgive my husband. You are a great leader and God is with you." David replied saying, "Thank you for saving me from losing my temper. You have stopped a big fight today." Now, thanks to Abigail being the peacemaker, David made the right decision and didn't fight Nabel. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I find it really hard to be the peacemaker, especially if I'm really angry. But this story teaches me that being the peacemaker and having inner peace is better for everyone, and it might save lives. Now is the time for our craft. So find yourself a craft space and get yourself ready. Now for our craft today, we are going to create a dove, which is a symbol for peace. For this, you are going to need a coloured piece of paper or card, white, brown and green paint. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to paint the palm of your hand white and place it onto the paper, spreading your fingers out. Now we need to make it actually look like a dove. So we're going to paint a beak off where the thumb is, and then we're going to add some wings in the middle. Underneath mine, I'm going to write, "Be the peacemaker," to remind me that when things get tough, if I'm in the middle of an argument, if I see my friends arguing over something, I need to be the peacemaker. So for our prayers today, I want you to find a zip. Either one on its own, or part, it could be a jacket, just a zip from anywhere. Now as we pray, I want you to think about places in the world that are in war or disagreement in people. Maybe you know people who are arguing. We're going to pray that God will bring them together so they can live in peace. And this is going to be symbolised by our zip. Our zip, unzipped, is two parts. But as we zip it up, those two parts become one. So when we're praying, as we're thinking about these places in in war or in disagreement, these people that are arguing, I want you to do the zip up a bit and keep going until it is all done up. If you're not sure, I'm going to pray and just listen. So, dear Lord, as we think about peace and bringing people together, I want to pray for all the families that are arguing and all the countries at war. I pray that your peacemakers will rise up and be like Abigail, who saved lives and brought peace to part of Israel. And as our zip represents, Lord, I pray that the two parts join together as one to be united and harmonious together. Amen. And so, for a final thought, are you going to be like Abigail? Are you going to be courageous and be the peacemaker in tough situations these next 2 weeks? Are you going to step in and step up to help people be together, work together in harmony and in unity? Now, if you see people being mean or rude to each other, try and help by being the listening ear and being friends to everyone. Be that zip, the bit that joins everything together. Thank you for watching, and I want to see you again in 2 weeks' time, where you will be full of peace and love, because next time we're going to be looking at the love that Jesus gave us. Bye!